Hello, Channel Right here, and today I'm in the Persian Gulf map, and it's actually surprisingly a rainy morning here in Persian Gulf. It is just after 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's 21 degrees Celsius, but there is a bit of rain. So yeah, it can happen, and I'm here in the F16. I've only had this module for a couple of weeks. I've been learning about all the systems. I'm redoing this video because my last video I did when it was a sunshiny morning, the sound was pretty atrocious and you couldn't really hear what I was trying to do. So I've done a little bit of a narrative. The story is there's a SA-10 system around about here somewhere. My AWACS, as you can see, is picking up various things here, but not that. And I did turn down the intercept range on it, but it's still hassling traffic flying in and out of Kashab, which is pretty worrying. If they get a missile fired on them, they are lethal missiles. So I've been charged with from the Oman government to fly from Al Minab in the UAE, cross the border into Oman, and to help my comrades out, I'm just going to test to see if I get locked up. If I do, I will be firing a token harm. I'm sure the SA-10 will quickly just eat them up. It will suppress their system a little bit, I think. It is on an IAD system, I believe. I can't remember. So long ago I did this Persian Gulf template, but I think it may be. Anywho, it would just be a token measure. And that's it. Then I will be turning away and after that test and flying back to Minhab. And that's the mission, really. Again, I will be testing out the long jammer just to make sure that works. Still dicey on the arrivals, so on the landing, so I will be testing that out as well, obviously. I have been practicing a bit, but yeah, I'm not as proficient in that as I am with the JF17 and especially the F18, which basically you can just throw on the ground sometimes. So there you go. I have an AWACS in the sky. So yeah, surprisingly cloudy, very warm. It's surprisingly cloudy, and a little bit of rain at Minab. Whether that keeps up, I don't know. There you go. Right, okay then. So let's just I did an auto start. It's just the quickest thing. Still learning a cold start in this. What I tend to do is learn a cold start, do it a couple of times. Can't be asked to keep doing it, and usually just end up auto starting it and auto shutting down as well. So also I'll be using easy comms as well because it's an option. It's just something I like to do. Just a little bit less hassle. Although I will learn how to do the radios properly, but I will never really use them. I'm mainly a single player user, so let me just turn the lighting up a little bit. That's it. Everything's on. I'm flashing there. Let's just turn the head-up helmet-mounted display off for now. Put the taxi lights on. There you go. The skin is UAE. I believe it is from Shaman. It's on the DCS website anyway, under user files. Maybe downloaded from by Wolfpack, if I can remember. If not, apologies. There you go. It's a really nice skin anyway. So without further ado, let's get the show on the road. I got some new pedals as well. Well, I didn't. First pedals I've ever bought, really. Turtle Beach Velocity one, very good pedals. I think retail at about £200 UK. So yeah. So ready for the offer. We'll just easy com the ATC.
Pontiac 1-1, request startup.
Asking for the startup.
Request taxi to runway.
Turn the wind up a little bit on this as well. Yeah, same runway. I turned the wind up a little bit. I thought don't know if I changed the direction. I thought may change what side the runway I was ordered to go, but we're fine. Let me just turn this around. And off we go. There's my JF17s. These are on a trigger. So this is like my Persian Gulf template, really. It's put all the enemy assets down, all the blue assets down. So when I come to do a mission, they're all there. I don't have to mess about with anything. And my computer seems to run it okay so far. One day I'm sure I'll have to upgrade. Just turning through the taxi here. Yeah, so Al Minhab is a massive airbase, and it's the one I use as my main Persian Gulf one. You got Liwa to the south, or relative to the south to where the map is, and you got Al Dhafra, I think it is, north of that, south of Minhab. And they're the main air bases. Turning onto the runway here. I usually do the comms with voice attack. I got to set that up.
Request takeoff.
Oh, landing light. Put those on. And we're off. Those will steering off. And I can get up in the air. And gear up. Afterburner off. Yeah, a bit misty as well. Cloud is a bit low. So I'll just put the autopilot on altitude hold. And yeah, you can't see much. Very foggy out there. On the cloud already, so it is inclement the weather, I would say. And now we can put our autopilot on to head to the steer point, the first steer point, and there we go, automatically flying over to that. Turn the HUD color up a bit. So let's look at the knee board. So I've come out of Al Menhab and I'm flying up here to waypoint 1, which is the border with Oman. And then this waypoint number 2 is on the tip of the runway at Kashab. And then I've got a waypoint here because I know where it's a fixed site, so I know where the SA-10 is. And if it fires at me or locks me up in this area, I've got authorization to fire. I'm just going to call into my AWACS at this point. These here are radar stations, which you can ask as well. Use it just as you use your AWACS. Interesting little thing to do, but I'm just going to call the AWACS. They don't have a sign on the station, so we'll just go request picture, even though I know it's going to be clean.
Request picture.
Clean.
Pontiac 1-1. Focus 1-1. Clean.
Okay. And that's because I know where the triggers are, and I am still within friendly airspace. I'm coming up to 1, so I'm going to turn my lights out on my jet, and they're off. I'm going to go to waypoint 2. Manually, I've just changed that. You can't set it to auto. But I like to be in control of it a bit. So this is going to take me to the end of the runway at Kashab, and it's only 38 miles away, so I better set up my countermeasures in case a missile comes in. Set up the countermeasures. 7. I want to go up to sequence, so just fire 3 shaft. 3 flares. There we go. And set the jammer up. You just turn it XMIT. Number 2, operational. Turn all these on. Aft on your HOTAS countermeasures. So it surgeons not on.
Focus 1-1. Passing waypoint 1 at 30,000.
It's operational. Put it in 2. Oh, I know why. I need to put it on semi or auto. And aft on the countermeasures, it's active. Let's go to the ground. Master arm on, switch on my palms. They're ready. $7 out. I've got 7 miles to do. I'm not getting pinged or anything. go. I'm well within the threat ring. And when I come, because I'm automatically changing the steer points, when I come to the end of steer point 2, I'm only 1 mile out. I should turn to like that. And I'm just going to orbit now.
Passing waypoint 2 at 30,000.
There's the last waypoint there, so I'm just going to straighten up here, take obviously take the pilot off, and head towards the airport at Kashab. I'm just going to turn the end of the runway. Kashab down there under that cloud. Now, international waters should dictate that we should be able to get out of this. At least this second ring here, this mid-range ring. I'm gonna head for that mid-range ring. So we've got a flashing 6 there, so there's a SA6. Let's go to priority and see if that's still up there. I take it DD is my air surface to air system. Not the NASAMS. Can't be the NASAMS. Centuri. T-Ram thing. Possibly, I don't know. So what I'll do is I shall put this up to 3 and it'll tell me 45 mile there you go. I think I was jamming it. Go back to steer point 2, which is 14 miles away, so that's fair enough, really. That's enough space to land like a shab if I ever want to without getting a missile on me. Yeah. So I won't be pointless firing anyway because it would just destroy my missiles. Now, if I go to this, I do have an XP. But I think I'll just, which was in the mountains if I got attacked. So I'll just go to 0.3, 0.4 CXP. Go straight to 0.5, which is 81 miles away.
Focus 1-1, passing waypoint 3 at 30,000.
Yeah, so all that was absolutely fine. Once I straighten up, I shall put my lights back on. I'm quite fast here. Got plenty of fuel left. Let's turn the bring the throttle down a bit. Keep master arm off. Go to nav mode. And I can take the jammer off. There you go. I'm just going to test these chaff and flip. Three out. Change the program, you just change the sequence for how many you want released. It's good. I just don't know how to change the programs. Oh, maybe it's, oh, there you go, it's a rocker here. Your programs are 2, 3 on here. And turning my helmet mounted display off. And might as well just turn the radar off. So don't forget and fry people on the ground. So the kneeboard, I'm coming out here to 5. 6 is the finals and 7 is landing. Here comes the rain. So no boom boom today, but sometimes that's what missions are about, aren't they? They're about trying to avoid any confrontation, really. So I nerfed down the intercept range of the template to 70% for the SA-10, so that seems to be fine. There's the AWACS up there.
Focus 1-1, passing waypoint 1 at 30,000.
Drop my speed off a little bit more. Pilot's off, so I'll need to put that on. There we go. Just wondering why I wasn't turning.
Altitude.
That's the 5,000 feet warning. Now I can go to steer point 7 to see how far off we are, 26 miles. So I'm just going to call it in, so ATC, Minab, inbound.
1-1, inbound.
Okay, 09. So I want to use the ILS. I just go to ILS, and then you can just type in the frequency. So for 9 it is 110 70. And they're beeping already, and the course for that is 88. And that's all in. So this needle should come down soon when I'm on the right course. This is the airport over here on this outer band there. What's my speed doing? My speed's not doing too badly. Bit high, but I know that. I'll just come down a bit. There's the Palm Island there. Very low, so I'll just keep that up there. 20 miles out. I don't want to get any lower than this because I don't want to cause a incident crashing into one of these expensive skyscrapers. The needle's coming back around. Go right on the button there, I think. 16 mile out, so I'm just going to reduce the speed there. Gear out. No, I'll wait until 15. I've caught the localizer on the glide slope. High. There's the rain. More power up. Sit down a bit. You got the old gear out. Landing gear, that is. Just going down to the deck a bit so I can lose some altitude. Should clutch the glide slope. And contact the tail now.
Request landing.
Small movement. Way too high or too shallow. It's a bit of a, it is a bit rainy. Too bad. Bring the air brake out a bit. Okay, neutralize the pedals and then wait, nose wheel steering on. I didn't really know what I was doing there. I seemed to be too high, but it came together. It was an alright landing. It's probably one of my better landings. I just used to crash it all the time, so it just shows you practice does make perfect. That wasn't perfect, but you know, the practice does help. It's gonna turn off here. Bring my air brake back in. time in the morning is it? It is 7 o'clock now. Game time. Let's look over the shoulder. The air brakes are in. Speed brakes, sorry. They're called on this. And it's still piling down with rain. So I usually fly these missions at night, so it's a bit of an advantage to see things properly. So JF-17 there, that's on a trigger to attack anything in flight on the, relatively speaking, to the position of the map on DCS. Anything that comes over from the east. So Bangor, Jask, that sort of area. That's the JF-17. I'll turn the beatman off. Sorry, I forgot it was. Just tune it out after a while. So this was my starting location here. I think I was up the top end originally, but it didn't really matter. Nothing ever going to spawn into these, so take an empty hangar. Take this one. Hanging out of the hangar a little bit. Yeah, perfect. The parking brake on. Wait. And now I can ask the ground crew for wheel chocks if I want.
Chief, place the wheel chocks.
Turn off
Copy.
the lights.
Wheel chocks are now in place.
And I can shut down. I'll just auto shut down. You see how easy it is. I got my flashlight on the middle post button. That's pretty cool. Oh. So that was it. I'll just step outside the craft. That was my mission, as boring as it was, to fly to the very top of the peninsula. Who it is, a peninsula. Oman, the Kashab, over Kashab, just to see if I get locked up or fired upon by the Iranian SA-10 system. I did get locked up, although I think my jammer stopped any targeting of a missile. So I seem to have a lot of room to maneuver. Prior to the mission, I did nerf it down the interception range of the SA-10 to 70%. That seems to be enough without getting hassled by it. And that's it. And I landed, so it was mainly just about landing. As I said, I did an original video and it wasn't sounding great. This may not sound great by the time I upload it or edit it. So let's hope it is. So yes, I completed the taxi, the takeoff, the flight, the jamming, and the navigation, and returned safely back to the hangar here at Al Minab in UAE on a rainy but warm morning. I think it's just gone 7 o'clock game time. 6 minutes past, there it is in the bottom corner, bottom right. 6 minutes past. So thanks for watching. If you want to see some more stuff that's a bit more exciting, maybe weapon testing and things, then drop a like and subscribe. I've been Channel Right, and I'm a Dot.